So I'm standing by the petroglyphs. These are recently discovered. You can see one fairly big etching in the rock, which is really what a petroglyph is. Now this has been recently discovered since they started work on the airport. And the Egyptians that were here several months ago, this is before Mubarak fell. They were talking about helping us to remove these petroglyphs and preserving them. I haven't got a clue where that project is now, because as you know, things have changed in Egypt, and instead people work for the government of the day, and basically the government of the day is no longer. Petroglyphs are significant because they sort of tell you something about the people that did them. Of course, this would have been done thousands of years ago. It tells you where their origins are, because there's similar etchings elsewhere. Elsewhere meaning not in St. Vincent, but elsewhere on planet Earth. And the theory is you can't get the same type of drawings from different people, different tribes, different races of people. So this creates a sort of linkage between the people who made these etchings, which would of course been the Garifuna, the Caribs, actually, and the people along the Nile region that moved to South America. So I don't know how good you are at making out the other petroglyphs, the smaller ones. I can see them with the naked eye. Oh, there you go. There's a face. I'm going to move the camera over to one that's on the rock here. This is a single fella, and they may have been sketching the family, and I'm sure the representation here is of a wayward boy, so he's not with the rest of the family. Quite amusing, but that's my interpretation anyway. The etchings are quite alien-looking, alien-like, and there's another theory that early space travelers may have done these. People from outer space may have done these. That's another theory. And that links in with the theory of the pyramids in Egypt, because what they're saying is that, you know, the pyramids were built by people of higher intelligence and may have been alien. Because people just simply cannot understand that wonder. The technology of the day was not as we know it today, and yet the pyramids were built at a time when unimaginable, really. How could you make such a construction with the limited technology that you had? And that's why they think aliens did it. And these petroglyphs also have that sort of suggestion that the same aliens were here and made these sketchings. So this is what they actually look like, people from a spaceship. Above it is the shrine, abandoned shrine, that the Roman Catholics used to have. They used to make a pilgrimage here to this shrine. This is the casing of well, this is the actual shrine, and the figure of Mary, the mother of Jesus, has been removed and they've taken it somewhere else. I believe, I shudder to think it's been stolen. But this is man-made, this is modern, this is not dated at the same time as the petroglyphs. But it's nicely etched into the rocks. And of course, below it used to be a river. And this is the riverbed here. The river has been diverted because of the construction. What we're seeing here is the diverted river. We were just at the petroglyphs, and now I was telling you that this river was diverted. And here we are, looking at the river in its current stream, its current flow. What I'm trying to understand here is that they would have to divert this river further, because of course the airstrip goes this way, all the way down. This has not started yet. The work here has not started to sort of get the airport or the airstrip to that level that we saw before. But this stream, of course, cannot be running across the runway. So they're going to have to divert this even further. There goes my friend Peter. He's driving this big truck here. He's complaining about his money going out in taxes. He's not a happy man, but I just told him he can't pay taxes if he's not making money. Okay, we've been doing quite a bit of walking. We've more or less come from the area of the old Roman Catholic Church and we're walking back. We're going to make our way down to Raraku and then over to Stubbs, the Stubbs Hill that is, so you can get a better view of the airport. But what you're looking at right now is where the old road used to be. That rock face that you're seeing was the height of the old road. Remember the old Argyle road? You now use what is called the bypass road. It's no longer a bypass, obviously it's the main road. But this is the old road. So this just gives you some perspective of how much they've cut down into the rock. That rock face you're seeing there has got to be at least 100 feet, I would imagine. And this gives you an idea of the scale of the work that's been going on here, the excavation that's been going on here. So that's the top of that rock face. It's the height of the old road, and I'm standing on the opposite side. I'm standing on the actual old road itself, because the road used to come across, and then this is where I'm standing, and this is the actual old road that made its way onto the flat on the famous Argyle stretch. So that's what you're looking at here, just to give you an idea of the scale of excavation that's been going on. Colonel Anderson's house, I'll try to zoom into that. Colonel Anderson, who was the chief of police of many years ago, he's passed away, I think just a few years ago. But that's his house, that's where his house is, and it's been acquired by the airport project, and I think, subject to correction, that house itself would be gone on the completion of this. So there's still some more excavation to go on at that level. What we're looking at here is a stream that comes off from the road at Calder, the road that goes up into Calder. That main road, there's a runoff. It's quite substantial actually. It's not a river. And this runs right across the runway. It's a bit of a nuisance. What they're doing is that eventually they're going to divert this stream into this construction here. This coffin-looking sort of tunnel. This has been built as a sort of unplanned thing because there are several ideas, I understand, as to what to do with this stream, and this is the thing that we eventually came up with. So they're going to channel the stream through this man-made tunnel, and this actually runs all the way down to Raraku Beach. So that's where the water will go into the sea. Quite a significant construction. It looks simple, but it's quite significant. It's quite substantial. It's like a bunker. It's just a channel for water. You'll get a better view of it when I walk around. Here's another view of this man-made water channel. And as I said, it's quite a substantial piece of construction. It's got a lot of steel in it. It's poured concrete. And it's going to worm its way all the way down to the Raraku Beach. You can see a worm formation going down towards Raraku. I'm shooting in the direction of the sun, so we got a bit of a glare coming back at my lens. But this is what we're looking at. And this is what's going to take the water. It's currently running here. That water runs off from the road up above. And I guess it's just drainage for the residents up above, but it's substantial. The water that runs here runs off, and they're going to divert it into this bunker type looking channel. So there you are.